भारत में 8 करोड़ 65 लाख क्रेडिट कार्ड्स हैं।
So now coming to my favorite part, how credit card can be used to travel better.
Because a lot of people also feel that credit cards can be a debt trap. By the way, Rushank, how many credit cards do you have right now?
Right now, I would be having roughly.
Hey, hi guys, welcome to our channel. My name is Rushank. I am using credit cards to maximize reward on my daily household spending and travel for last 10 years. By profession, I am a chartered accountant and a CFA with 13 years of experience in finance field, specializing in fundraise, FP&A and corporate finance. I have extensively used credit cards to optimize my spends, gaining rewards on those spendings. Join me as I share tips on leveraging credit cards to enhance financial management and lifestyle.
Hi guys, welcome to Royal Real Finance. My name is Abhishek Bakshi. I come as a user who has been using credit card for the last 13 years, and I am an alumnus, and I'm also been in the finance field for almost like 14, 15 years. And today I'm going to talk about how I have leveraged credit cards for a better lifestyle, for having better rewards, and obviously some financial savings aspect in through my credit cards.
Thank you, Abhishek. So, why we are starting this series? We are starting this series because over the years, we have discovered that when used smartly, credit cards can actually enhance financial health, provide travel perks, and support a better lifestyle. With our combined experience in finance, me and Abhishek, we have learned how to use credit cards not just for spending, but for managing and maximizing rewards, savings, and benefits. Throughout this series, we want to break down myths, share insider tip, and show how credit card can help people make the most of their finances and enjoy life's perks along the way.
And it doesn't really matter at which life stage you really are, whether you're just beginning a job or starting up a business, or whether you are a mid career professional or already in advance in your career, or even retiring. Credit cards and personal finance is something which you can always work upon, and there's no bad or good starting point. So definitely, this is going to be an interesting experience on how we can leverage credit cards to enhance our financial profile.
Okay. So let's delve into our this session. Once again, I welcome everyone to our channel Raw and Real Finance. We will kickstart today by talking about something that affects all of us, often without us even realizing our finances, specifically credit card. Now, a lot of people see credit card as a debt trap, but we are here to share how they can actually be a tool for financial empowerment when used right. So let's start with expense management. One of the biggest things people overlook about credit card is that they are not just for making payments, they can actually help you keep track of money where you goes.
Right. And I think using your credit card actually helps you categorize all your expenses. So it also gives you a lot of control over how you're spending, where you're spending, and when you're spending. Because if you're putting all your expenses on the credit card, you will be able to keep a tab on what you're spending. And in case you feel that there is excessive spending happening, maybe during the festive season or something, you can always go back and cut back and maybe plan your finances better. Not only that, I think through a credit card, you can actually get the advantage of almost 40 to 55 days of interest free credit, which also helps you save more and gain more interest on your savings and on your FDs. And this also gives you rewards, which we will anyway be talking in detail. This also helps you enhance your overall lifestyle. And if you once learn the game, you can actually make a lot out of these credit cards and enjoy a better life.
My first card was HDFC Times card, which I primarily got for the movie tickets benefits. I've acquired several cards, including AMEX, HDFC, and Access. In fact, just to share, on my last trip to Europe with my wife, I covered 40% of the cost using miles and reward points I earned from my spending. This saving will help me to plan another trip. And what can I ask for more than that?
That's excellent, Roshan. Actually, I have a very similar story. So I started with credit cards almost back in 2012, and my first was a Citibank Indian Oil card. And I think Citibank, because it had a premium card portfolio, even though my first card I had a very small limit and usage was limited, but over a period of time, I think I developed good rapport with the bank itself, and they offered me cards like Premier Miles, which was a premium travel card, and then over to Prestige. And with these two cards, I actually eventually when Citibank was migrated to Axis Bank, when they sold the India operations, I was already sitting on over a billion miles, air miles and hotel points, all thanks to the Citibank credit card. So this is only one. I think we have many such stories, and over the duration of the series, we'll be talking more about cards specifically. But I think as the first part of the series, we definitely want to bring a conjunction between how you can manage personal finances and leverage credit cards to your benefit.
Yeah, I completely agree with you, Abhishek. This is just a beginning. I think the more people start engaging with us, they will know what we can offer them in form of a right solution to their. So, moving on to the next segment, we will be discussing how credit card tricks help us to get better deals. Abhishek, your thoughts on this?
Yeah, so I think this is a very basic function of any credit card. You would often see that when you see sales online on any of the portal like Flipkart or Amazon, you will see that there are certain banks which are offering, let's say, 5% cashback or 10% cashback, be it like a standard feature of any credit card, like you have the ICICI Bank, Amazon partnership, or whether it is like a dedicated portal like HDFC Smart Buy or Access portal. So it can be a good way to actually redirect your expenses, which you would anyways do via UPI or net banking or like say a debit card to the credit card and eventually gain that benefit. So I said a very recent example during this last Diwali. So one of my friends wanted to buy 55-inch HD TV. And he just called me up in the middle of the night. He said that, do you have an ICICI Bank credit card? I said, yes, I have. And this is a basic lifetime free credit card. And I hardly use it, but yeah, it's there with me. But at that point of time, he shared that there's a 5% cashback going on onto that. And this was not even an online sale. This was a offline branded outlet. And he was able to leverage that benefit of 5,000 cashback on that television because he was having either access to my card or he would have had his own card. If there are expenses or let's say utility bills or let's say some other payment that you have, like school fee payment, etc., where you have some sort of benefit which is linked to a credit card, you can obviously redirect all your expenses, which you would normally do via net banking transaction or a UPI, onto the credit card and therefore get the benefit of the rewards over a long period of time. So we are not talking about, let's say, accumulating millions of reward points overnight, but it is actually just simple redirection of your expenses onto the credit card, which helps you gain those points over a much longer period of time. And then you can probably do a dream redemption, as Rushank said, maybe a holiday to Europe or maybe to South Africa or somewhere else. And then you can enjoy with your family.
Those are the perks of having rewards and miles in your pocket and when you take account of all your spends properly. So, Abhishek, I just want to share one more simple trick. And rather than a trick, it's something it's in front of your eyes. If someone doesn't have any card, they can just go and take RuPay Tata new credit card. They can just get 5% flat on payments of the utility bills. It can be insurance, it can be electricity bill. And I'm like amazed that they are giving 5% on their bills. That's a clean need saving for anyone who wants to just start with a basic card. What's your opinion on this?
I think it's a fantastic card. And so BigBasket had become the default delivery service even during COVID and post-COVID as well. Now, when they came up with this card, this became like a no-brainer for me as well. So any purchase via BigBasket, I would normally do on the BigBasket app or the website, more so on the app now. But when Tata New came up with this card, I started doing the same purchases via the Tata New app. So
Yeah.
it's basically just one more step. But as you said, right, 5% additional cashback or via the RuPay credit card. And even if, let's say, I am not using RuPay credit card, but some other bank's credit card, I would anyways also get Tata New points, which is again 1 equal to 1 point. So it is as simple as that. So I haven't done anything extra. So all or everything else remains same. My expenses remain same. But yeah, the additional savings do coming to the bank. And let's say I gain those points, I eventually redeem them as well for my future big purchases. So eventually I'm saving money that remains in my bank.
Just to share with our viewers, even you can redeem your Tata New points on other Tata partners like 1MG or Chroma or Titan, or there are many other partners if you go and check on the Tata New app. Air India as well, on your flight bookings and everywhere. So, which is where this is a lifestyle card. Again, you earn good amount of reward points and you spend on other platform of the Tata family.
And it's a very basic card. So even if you add this card into your UPI app, let's say like Phone Pay or Google Pay, you can actually do those small transactions which you would normally do via UPI. So if you are paying, let's say, a tea vendor or a small grocery outlet, right? Many times they don't take credit card because they don't have the POS machine. But here, because you're using the UPI app, you can simply use your RuPay credit card, and that's a feature to a benefit because, as we said in the beginning of the show, the accumulation of these small expenses, if you can just move to your credit card, it also gives you a consolidation of all the expenses that you do. Yeah. And that will help you manage your expenses better and over a longer period of time.
Yeah, and one plus point I'll just say of moving all your spends to Rupee debit card, credit card is that you will have less number of transactions in your bank account. So it's easier to track all your credits and debits in bank account.
Otherwise, people will just have pages and pages of transactions.
Yeah, and this helps when you're applying for visa, less number of pages.
Exactly.
So now coming to my favorite part, how credit card can be used to travel better. Like from lounge access to booking discounts, a credit card with the right travel perks can make a huge difference. What's your opinion on this?
So I think this is the biggest benefit, which even I started to realize a little later. I think it took me good 3-4 years to understand that rather than having a simple cashback or maybe a discount card, it is always better to have travel miles, which can be directly benefiting to you. Most of your credit cards, which are travel oriented, into air miles or hotel points, right? And this is where you can make the real difference. So there are certain times you would want to do an aspirational trip, like Rushank said about Europe, or let's say I did a trip to New Zealand. So normally you would not do these kind of trips, or maybe save a lot of money to do these kind of trips. But let's say over a period of time, and you accumulate these points in the right credit cards over a longer period of time, you can use these points over air miles to gain the benefit of premium tickets like business class tickets or premium hotels, 4-star, 5-star hotels in big branded chains like Marriott, Accor, Radisson, different chains. And then you can enjoy that time with your family. This is the real perk that you can gain out of that. Once you get into the entire air mile and point redemption process, you will understand there is so much more to learn. Even if you are a newbie and you are just starting now with the credit card journey, it is not that you have to jump into it on day one. You can actually test yourself, because a lot of people also feel that credit cards can be a debt trap. And that's why it is also essential that you continue to pay all your credit card bills in time, in full, so that you don't create any sort of interest disadvantage onto you, right? Because these cards will have an annualized interest rate of 30-40%, and that can really take a strain on your finances. So that goes against it. But if you use them intelligently, I think you can continue to pay it full and to accumulate rewards over a longer period of time. Then at the right point of time, when you see that you have enough points that you have accumulated, you can easily go and do the dream redemption and take your family out for maybe a fantastic domestic or an international trip, almost all expenses paid.
If you have a good amount of miles reward points with you, you can plan your 2 trips with budget of 1 trip and make your wife and your children happy.
Exactly. I did a trip to New Zealand, which a majority of which was helped by the point that I had accumulated over a very long period of time. But this otherwise it would be very, very expensive and difficult for anybody to do a trip that far and have a that long kind of a trip. But this is where the credit card reward actually get very, very rewarding.
Yeah, in fact, I just want to share something. We Indians are usually conscious with our budgets, even when we are traveling. But this kind of a cushion just helps to us so that we can enjoy each and every bit. Rather than thinking about spends, we know that certain portion is taken care by miles and there is no cash outflow. Now we know that with lower amount of a budget, we can enjoy fully, and which help us to enjoy the trip like completely.
Yes, definitely. And I think even more beyond India as well, if you see that credit cards also get you specific travel offers. So whether if you're using a specific card like let's say HDFC or Axis or ICICI, these banks also have tie-ups with let's say travel portals. So even if you don't have enough rewards, you want to book let's say an air ticket and you can get certain discounts, right? I think many years back I was traveling to Vienna, and I and my wife held the same card. Both of us had one card in our name, and it was an SBI card. So we were able to get almost 5,000 rupees per ticket discount on each of our tickets. So we parallelly booked two separate tickets so that both of us can get discounts. But yeah, that's the game. So if you realize that these are the kind of benefits that a credit card can offer you. It helps us save 10,000 just on the tickets. I'm not even counting anything else. It helps you manage the cash flow. It helps you get the discount. It also gives you those rewards.
There are other things also. You get reward points on your spends and you achieve milestone, and there are certain milestone benefits also over and above discount and reward points. So yeah, like we usually call that double dip or triple dip in credit card world.
Exactly. That's right. Yeah, I think one hidden benefit that we also have for credit cards, especially during travel, I think many people have discovered it, but yeah, they have not used it fully, is the lounge access benefit, right? When you're traveling specifically, whether it is domestic or international, even if it's a direct flight, you go to the airport a bit early, you have some time at hand. Many people just spend their time at the airport's restaurant, or let's say whiling away in the shop arena as well. But you can actually leverage some of your premium or mid-tier credit cards to actually gain access into the lounges, right? So now I think even the RuPay credit card has started lounge access. So you have that benefit which you can redeem, and it doesn't cost you a thing because the banks already have tie-ups with lounge operators which give you a definite number of visits. So it can be, let's say, it can initial level or a beginner's credit card or lifetime free card, you might only get 2 visits per quarter. But then there are higher tier cards which have some thousand rupees of fees there, where you can get unlimited lounge access, not only for you but also for your guests. So if you are taking kids specifically, it becomes very advantageous because then you can get your entire family into the lounge and enjoy the time there. And uh, I'll not even talk about the international ones. So international lounges, because you have long layovers, right? And specifically if you're traveling in huge groups, or even let's say with kids or elderly people, if you have lounge access, it gives you some time to relax, have a bite, sit down, right? You can take account of, let's say, how much time is left. And some of the international lounges are fantastic. If specifically if you go to the Middle East or Singapore, right, which are the regional hubs for Indians to travel abroad, I think these are fantastic lounges where you can get free access, and you can even shower and get ready. So during my long haul flights, I always try to even shower in those lounges and get ready for my next flight. So it really relaxes you during your entire trip, and you are not that tired when you actually arrive at your destination.
I was traveling to Manila few years back for some business work. I was traveling by business class, and I had a layover at Bangkok. So I was traveling via Thai Airways. As part of my journey and business class, I got a couple of spa vouchers. At layover in Bangkok, I can get 30-minute spa, both coming and going. I felt amazing. Like you get 30 minutes free spa. Some airlines are offering, may not be many people knowing about all these things, but when you are into miles and reward points, all those things offer comes to you. Similar story, there's one card in India, Sapphire card, which gives access to the spa, complimentary spa at domestic airport. I've been using this card from last couple of years, and I've been using the spa for services. You get 2 complimentary spa in a year at the domestic airport. You can plan your travel accordingly. If you're early to any airport, take a spa, 30 minutes, good massage, either shoulder, head massage, and you have a nice relaxing session before your trip. This is amazing feature. This card I got as a LTF. This LTF stands for lifetime free card for our viewers. How did I get? I have a home loan with ICICI Bank. As a relationship with ICICI Bank, they offered this card for free. Now, with one relationship, I got a free LTF card, and from that free LTF card, I'm getting a free spa. So it says about if you know small things, credit card world, you can get better services.
That's really fantastic. And I think uh, since you talked about spa, I talk about hotels. So a lot of credit cards in India give you premier tier hotel memberships as well, right? While these can be mid tier or higher tier cards, but hotel chains like Accor and Marriott, they do have specific cards. Or let's say that they are cards where you can get those memberships, a gold tier or a silver tier kind of a membership, which entitles you sometimes to get additional benefits when you check it to a hotel. So imagine that you are, let's say, going on a dream holiday, maybe partly paid by your credit card reward and partly paid by your own money, but you check in into the Marriott or let's say an Accor hotel, and they upgrade you from a basic room that you had booked. And in Europe, you would know that hotel rooms are not that big as let's say in India. So you would be upgraded to a suite and you would get some welcome benefit on access to a hotel lounge where you can have your small dinner or some drinks, etc. So it really helps to cut down on those costs, and you also feel a bit more delighted with your overall hotel experience. I think HDFC has launched a Marriott card as well. Now, I think this is one of the first hotel-specific co-branded cards. You get a fees of around 3,000 rupees plus GST. You will actually get 15,000 points, right? And with 15,000 points, I think even in a category 2 hotel, you can do probably 2 nights. Maybe in a category 1, you can do 1 night, depending on, let's say, what kind of hotel you're checking in. Obviously, so but yeah, that is the kind of benefit that you get even while signing up. So the value that you're getting merely for signing up itself is much more than what you are actually paying for.
Generally, people perceive a fees payment card as something they don't want to do it. But in this case, if someone buys a fees paying card, they get a ROI of 2 to 3x minimum. I think this is what we want to teach our viewers, how they can get maximum benefit even paying smaller amount of money. It shouldn't be focused on LTF. Paying a fees sometimes really helps to enhance your return.
Yeah, I think that is something that I also learned initially when I was into the credit card game. I was also focused either on a lifetime free card or a very low fee card, somewhere in the vicinity of 500,000, 1,500 kind of a fee card. But then one of my colleagues told me that the best benefits that you get are from paid cards. Otherwise, let's say for a lifetime free card, you might not get any joining benefits or any lounge access. But once you get into the paid card game, then you realize even if you're paying 5,000 rupees, you might get benefits worth 20,000 rupees over the 1 year. So I think even if you're starting with, let's say, one card initially, it is greatly beneficial if you look at slightly mid-tier card. But if you're still not comfortable with the entire usage of the card, or let's say whether the card would be useful enough for you, then I think you can start with a lifetime free kind of a card or a first year free kind of a card. And once you're comfortable and you believe that yes, you can manage and handle the credit card fee and the payments and the payment cycle, I think that's when you can upgrade both the credit card in your life.
That's so true. In fact, this is our message to all our viewers that you should think of a stepping stone to your journey of credit card. You start with LTF first, get the used to how reward program works, cashback works, miles, everything, and then you take a step up and go to a paid card, and then we move to the premium cards. So, Abhishek, what is your view on the premium cards?
So yeah, premium credit cards obviously give you an upgrade into your lifestyle from of being able to afford holidays that you can't afford normally, or let's say traveling to exotic places to see things like, let's say, the Northern Lights or dolphins in the ocean, or maybe Bora Bora, or let's say Mount Fuji or something like this. But it also brings you a sense of achievement when you see your family members smiling and happy in your holiday, right? So that is when you really feel great, and you feel that yes, my decision to maybe use that particular credit card and get that specific benefit really made sense.
So, I would say premium cards actually really helps you to enhance your lifestyle. Like it open up like a lot of opportunities which was not easily accessible or were accessible but were super expensive.
By the way, Rushank, how many credit cards do you have right now?
Right now, I would be having roughly 30, 35. I think I'm holding like all the cards of HDFC and AMEX. What about you, Abhishek?
I think between me and my spouse, 42 cards. We are no way suggesting that you take every bank's card with a whim. We have been using this, as we said, for a number of years. Therefore, now we are accustomed to the process. It is extremely important to, and because we started with the financial management part, it is extremely important that you manage your credit cards well,
Yeah.
because the fee and the interest charges can be unsurmountable, and therefore it is important that you start small, experience the credit card game first, and then eventually decide which card do you want to take. It might be perfectly fine that even if you want to take one or two premium cards, that is fine, or maybe a mid-tier card or a rupee card, and that's perfectly fine. It is something which will help you financially as well as be rewarding immensely during your travels. And let's say even if you don't want to travel and you want to do redemptions for electronic gadgets, some people do it for gold as well, or jewelry, or wine goods. I know I got my iPad from a Standard Chartered Bank credit card to the point that I had accumulated for a while. And eventually I bought an iPad from that. So you can do all those things as well. So it is not always about travel. But yeah, I think this is definitely a journey you should really embark.
And I just want to give message to everyone that credit card is a really good tool from a financial planning point of view. You don't have to treat this as something wrong or negative thing that it's kind of a debt. It is more like a tool which enhances your return on your spends. Always keep that in mind. You can make 3 to 5% easily with a basic card, and your return can go up to 10 to 40% also if you plan it properly. So you just have to take this as a way of enhancing your lifestyle, way of making return on your spends. You have to change your psychology and mindset, I believe.
So it
So
had, fantastic discussion, Rushant. I think as a first session of the series, it's really been fantastic. And I really hope that in the coming up session, we will try to focus on entry tier cards where you really want to start a journey. Then maybe mid tier and premium, semi premium kind of cards, which can give you a sneak peek into how you can enhance your lifestyle. Obviously, they will not be that expensive. But then finally, we'll go to the ultimate and we'll share. I think since both of us might have some of those cards, we'll share our journeys as well, right? What that specific card can really help you. Obviously, the features will continue to evolve over a longer period of time, but this is definitely worth considering as you go through the journey.
yeah, we're really looking forward to helping all our viewers to get into the credit card world. With this, we will like to end our session. I hope you all had a great time. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell button for more insights.
And do share it with your friends and family as well.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thanks, Ushan. You have a lovely day.
Thank you, Abhishek.
Bye-bye.